2 to 4 things, National Holiday Edition. You remember the grade school rhyme in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. A lot of Americans have the day off thanks to the federal government making Columbus Day a federal holiday back in 1971.
So in New York City today, the 77th annual Columbus Day Parade returned after the pandemic forced it to cancel last year, and Italian flags were on display, as you can see there, for Italian-American pride. But in D.C., just across the street from the White House, protesters gathered in Lafayette Park calling for Columbus Day to be changed to Indigenous Peoples Day.
Now, a few states have made it official, and on the second Monday of October, they observe Indigenous Peoples Day, either in place of or in addition to Columbus Day. On Friday, President Biden issued the first ever presidential proclamation of Indigenous Peoples Day.
Where do you come down on this?
There were people here. I feel like that's a full statement.
That Columbus didn't discover it?
It was already discovered. I'm coming over your house and discovering it.
Right, and taking it from me.
I'm taking it from you.
But how about this? I mean, look, as someone who marched in the Columbus Day Parade in 2017, and it was super fun, why not just Italian-American Day and Indigenous People Day? Don't we have enough floats, parade floats, to go around for two different things?
I don't think there's anything wrong with Italian-Americans Day, but to say that someone discovered something, that there was already a culture here, there was a society here, there were people here, whether it was valued by those who came here or not, it was already populated. And there
totally
was a culture
fair,
here.
and I think that the re-examining of Columbus is totally fair.
Yes.
But I think that celebrating Italian Americans, personally speaking, is fun. But I also think that celebrating Indigenous people is great and having parades. So I don't see why we can't actually do both. I'm for more parades.
Okay, all right. It's also National Coming Out Day. It's a day to celebrate coming out as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer.
Make it 3 parades. President Biden released a statement commemorating the day, saying in part, quote, "Today and every day, I want every member of the LGBTQ+ community to know that you are loved and accepted just the way you are, regardless of whether or not you've come out."
Yeah, some troubling developments, though. Surveys by AARP and the LGBT Aging Project found a growing number of older adults feel that they're being pushed back into the closet. There's been some reporting recently about fears of when they move into senior housing, senior communities, that they'll be mistreated or refused care or refused treatment by people who are anti-LGBTQ.
So they have to, there's discrimination. In other words, if they have to identify, if they have to come out and say what their orientation is, that they're being discriminated
or
against.
if they just live their truth while they're in these community that they believe or they have some anecdotal evidence of that they'll be discriminated against. For me, I came out over a 5-year period, starting in 2003 in college, and then to 2008 when I finally told my mother, my father as well. A lot of people come out in chapters to different parts of their lives. There is this cliche that it gets better. It is not a cliche. It really does get better.
That's really nice to hear, Victor.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so nice for President Biden to say whether or not you've come out or not, we respect you and support you.
It is a difficult choice when you actually make it. It certainly is.